Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Ssdi here. I want to do this video because today is a payment day, and when I'm talking about payment day, it's a payment day for people who are still expecting the stimulus check, the EIP $1,200 stimulus check, and those people mostly are people who are on SSI, Ssdi, rep payees, Social Security, veterans, railroad retirees, all those who are on like Social Security benefits or any benefits like that. A lot of people on SSI benefits, VA benefits, stuff like that, still haven't received their stimulus check, the EIP $1,200 stimulus check, along with many who have filed their tax return. They still haven't received theirs. So in this video, I'm talking about today being a payment day because, as we discussed in many other videos before, it seems like it's a pattern website. It does say on Wednesdays, batches of direct deposits and batches of checks do go out on Wednesdays. And you should, when it first started going out, it used to be like on Wednesdays and Fridays, but I guess only certain amount of people will probably get stuff on Fridays. But I want to talk about today being a payment day because there's still millions of people who still haven't received their EIP $1,200 stimulus check. And for some of you who are viewers and subscribers, it's been weeks, even months, and you've reached out to the IRS, you checked the Get My Payment portal, and still not yet. So I just want to do this video because on Wednesdays are payment days, and some people are receiving their direct deposits today. So if you have a Direct Express card, or if you have a bank account that's linked to however way that you usually get your benefit payments, that's the way that the IRS said they will be depositing your money. Now, if you don't have a bank account set up with the IRS, they will be sending out either an EIP debit card, or they will be printing out a EIP stimulus check, $1,200 stimulus check, which will come in the mail. So if that's the case, make sure you also check your mail. Don't throw away any junk mail. Make sure you check any envelopes that's blank because it could have an EIP debit card in it. The stimulus check, I believe, should have the IRS logo on it. So if it's a regular stimulus check, I believe it's gonna have an IRS logo. For the EIP debit card, I forgot which bank they said that they're gonna start posting, or which logo they say they're gonna start having on the envelope. If you get something in the mail, don't throw it out right away. Just make sure you double check it. Make sure there's no check in there or an EIP debit card with your $1,200 on it. For those people who live abroad, today is not your payment day that I was talking about. The payment date that I seen on the website, I know some people was questioning, like, am I giving false report? Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, that'd be like a waste of time to give false report. I'm trying to do my best to find out like what's the best scenario or situation that's going on for people who haven't received their EIP $1,200 stimulus check. And the thing is, I go through like press releases every morning, early press releases. I go through like the AP press release, the White House press release. What I do is like I go through like the AP press stuff, like stuff that's like mostly like directly connected to the direct news that's gonna come out. So stuff that's on Washington, like their websites and stuff like that. So that's where I get some of the information on. In regards to people who live abroad, I did read information on the SSA website, and I believe it's on the IRS website. For people who are living abroad, they were going to be processing and sending out direct deposit as well as stimulus checks on the 24th. Not exactly the 24th. I said around that time because I don't work for the IRS or SSA, so I'm giving you a ballpark figure of what it said. It said around July 24th, so I said maybe it'd be a couple days before, maybe it'd be a couple days after. Being that said, today is the 22nd, so July 24th will land on a Friday, and that comes in terms with what I was saying before, how some of these batches, most of the batches will go out on Wednesdays, but for some reason, some people will get a deposit on Fridays. I'm not sure, maybe they were supposed to get some on Wednesdays or whatever, but July 24th is a Friday, and the website did say that people who are living abroad and that have United States bank information, so your bank is established in the United States, based in the United States, or it has a branch in the United States. Once you have that bank and you're abroad, but that bank is set up, and that's the way you usually get your direct deposits for your benefit payments. that will be the way they're going to be processing your EIP $1,200 stimulus check for people who live abroad. That's what I read on the website, so that's the information that I'm giving out. They said that it will start being processed on the 24th for people who live abroad. And if you don't have a bank account, a U.S. bank account, or what they call it, domestic. That's the word that they use. If you don't have a domestic bank account, then they'll be cutting a check for you or sending out an EIP debit card to the address, to the recent address that they have on file for you. So I'm not sure if that address would be a U.S. address, would it be an address abroad, or whichever have you. But if you were recently getting your benefits, your SSI, your SS, whatever benefits you was getting, if you was getting that benefit and you're abroad and you're usually getting that benefit through that bank or direct express card, whichever, so they're saying that on the 24th, around the 24th, that people who live in abroad will get direct deposits for their $1,200 EIP stimulus check. So that's the information that I got, and that's why I put it on the video, because I know some people who live abroad were very concerned, like where they're gonna get there, especially people who are on SSI, Ssdi, or what, I forgot the other acronym. It's something else that also is waiting for their stimulus check. I forgot the exact acronym, but on the website it stated that those people who are abroad and usually get their SSI benefits, they will be processing theirs on July 24th. So July 24th, which is Friday, that's the day that you should be getting it. If you are abroad and you have your bank account already set up, let me know on Friday and leave a comment if you got your EIP $1,200 stimulus check on Friday. Because some people are concerned that they might not be getting theirs and that it probably was false report. Also, people, if you have, for those who claim they're dependent on the portal, when you sign up and you're supposed to claim that your dependents, and if you didn't get paid for your dependent, they had the portal open up where you can where you was able to put the information for your dependent, and then that will be processed. But a lot of people didn't get that extra payment for their dependents, and the IRS was saying, well, you have to wait all the way until the next tax season in order to get that payment retroactive to you. But what they're doing now is people who did file before that deadline, I think the deadline was sometime in May, the beginning of May. If you did file before the deadline, they are going to be processing your $500 per dependent, up to 3 dependents. That was supposed to be happening at the end of July, around now. So if you did get that $500 per dependent, let me know in the comment, because some people wasn't sure if that information was right. But there's a lot of report that's saying that they are going to pay out for those people who got the information in before the deadline, not after. But if you were able to get that information in before the deadline and you still didn't receive your $500 per dependent, they are going to be processing that $500 per dependent, up to 3 dependents, if you didn't receive it and you had filed for it. Not sure if they're going to do it, if they're going to open up the portal again for those who didn't get a chance to file for those dependents because they didn't get the $500 for each dependent. So I'm not sure if they're going to be opening up the portal again, but probably double check on the IRS website to see if they're going to be opening the portal. Probably check around after all the second stimulus check information and stuff come out to see what they're going to do with that. I'm not going to make this video too long. I was going to go across some comments and questions and feedback that I had in some of the comments, but I'm just going to shoot a whole separate video for that one later on today. But right now, this video is just basically about today's a payment day. So those people who are on SSI, Ssdi, the rep payees, I believe VAs, railroad retirees, check your direct express card if you got a direct deposit on it, or also check your bank account to see if you have a deposit. If you're still waiting, check the Get My Payment portal. If that doesn't work, try calling up the IRS and try to get in contact with somebody. The best time to call is early morning, like once they're starting to open up. If you still haven't received your EIP $1,200 stimulus check and you're sick and tired of waiting, go and do what some of the people that commented in the comment below. One guy said that he went and he did it for him, his brother and his mother, I believe, and they put their information in the non-filer tool and put all their information in their banking information and stuff like that into the non-filer tool. And I believe he said within 2 to 3 weeks, he was able to get and I believe he said within about a week or so, he was able to get a response. He was able to see his information in the portal getting processed. In addition to, they also got direct deposit into their bank accounts. So if you're tired of waiting, maybe that's one way of going about it. I know the government was saying at the time that people who are on SS benefits, they do not have to file anything because they have the information they was going to be processing. But some people were able to do the non-filers and was able to get direct deposit. So maybe if you're tired of waiting, that could be a way of going about doing it, along with calling and stuff like that. So once again, it's Ssdi Dawkins. Hope you got some value out of this. Please continue to remain safe. I know the season is warm up and we want to go out and then have fun and stuff like that, but the viruses are slowing down, ladies and gentlemen. So if you can, please do your best to be safe, and continue to follow up and subscribe to my channel, because these next couple weeks there's going to be a lot of information coming out, and I'm going to be doing some reading, some research, and sharing this stuff with you guys. So once again, it's Ssdi Dawkins. Talk to you next time. Peace.